What's brewing, guys? My name's Seth, aka your Tasty Senpai, and today I'm being joined by my co-host from Tasty Loot Gaming, Chevy, and today we are trying Nut Crusher Peanut Butter Porter by Wild Ride Brew, which is out of Redmond, Oregon. As you can see, it's got some interesting art on the front. We got an elephant with skis? Is that what that is?
It looks like skis.
Looks like skis. This is as I said before, a peanut butter porter. It is 6% alcohol by volume, and it says, "What's your wild ride? We love beer and we love peanut butter. And Nut Crusher Peanut Butter Porter is here to bring the best of the two worlds together. With notes of chocolate and caramel, this porter is complemented by an addition of creamy peanut butter flavor. It's a true liquid peanut butter cup, and it's here for you to enjoy." Outside of that, you got your pretty typical government warnings and some information to contact them if you so choose. Hopefully we got some B-roll for you guys to see all that information. So before we go into this, what are your thoughts on the idea of a peanut butter porter? Do you like porters? And yeah.
I do like porters. It is one of the types of beer I do generally like more often than I don't. I think it was either a peanut butter porter or stout. I can't remember now.
We tried, and let me know in the comments if you know. It's apparently pretty well known. It was a peanut butter stout, I believe.
Okay.
But it's some kind of beaver. The name had to do with the beaver. It had a beaver on the front.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just remember tasting it and not actually enjoying it at all. So,
and it's funny because I tried as well. I'm the one that bought it to try it out, and you also tried it, and I didn't like it that much either. But then our cousin actually saw, I think I put it on Instagram, and he's like, "Oh, stuff's good," and I'm like, "You think so?" Because I'm not the biggest fan.
yeah. So, I am kind of curious how it'll taste with porter. I've had chocolate porters before. They're good. Caramel, coffee, vanilla, milk. So, and all those have been good. So I think porter will be a little more, I don't know, maybe because the richness of it, it might be a little better. I am a little nervous though.
So am I, just because when it comes to porters, I typically like them or dislike them. Whereas with stout is more my area. I even a not so great stout is typically pretty drinkable for me. Outside of they're all very heavy when you drink them. I drank one as I've gotten older. I'm just like, oh fuck, it's time for a nap. But porters are either surprisingly really good, or sometimes I've had a bad porter or a porter I didn't like so much, and I always think of that one when I think about a porter. I'm like, well, those ones weren't so great. And then I have another one. I'm like, that was pretty good. So they're always kind of hit or miss for me. But I do kind of attribute them or like compare them to stouts a lot of the time. They're not the same flavor, but they have the same kind of like robustness to them. They're a lot more of a there's just more flavor going on there. It's less sharp in flavor than you get from like an ale or an IPA or something like that.
They always kind of compare them to like coffee.
Sure,
both.
That's why I use the word robust. They have like this bigger flavor to them than and more subtle hints than a lot of the other types of beers out there. And stouts also have that typically. Although, like I said, I'm normally more safe with stouts. As for peanut butter, I've yet to have a good peanut butter alcoholic beverage.
Same.
But I've had plenty of coffee, chocolates, just to understand my profile. I love a lot of coffee stouts, a lot of chocolate stouts, milk stouts. So, that flavor area is not so bad for me, but I still have not had a peanut butter one so far, so maybe this one will be it. Going into it, do you think you're going to like it? There's no way to know, obviously, but you said you're a little worried.
I mean, honestly, I have a feeling there will be aspects of it that I won't mind, but I am worried, like I said before, mostly just because what kind of flavor porter they got going there, how strong is the peanut butter, do they mesh well together? So
based on prior experiences, give a percentage on what do you think?
I have pretty low expectations, but I only have one thing to compare it to. So
yeah, I think based off my prior experience, 65% chance I'll like it.
I wouldn't even go that high.
Yeah, I know you probably wouldn't. Would you want to guess?
30.
30?
Yeah.
All right, we'll find out. We have pretty hefty glasses here filled up. Asked Chevy to pour that for me, and he did not disappoint. So And for the record, neither of us are like beer experts. We're not wine guys. We like it. We're hobbyists. So, but just kind of looking at the color, it's very dark.
Oh yeah,
it's very dark.
Can't see through
it. Yeah. Even with the lights, we have lights on the setup and or the set here, and you can't see through it. So it's a very, very, very dark beer, and it's very strong smelling.
Well, I mean, it just smells like porter to me, so that's
well,
good.
Yeah, for sure. But it's really subtle too. It's not too like it doesn't smell bad.
For sure.
It smells like porter. There's definitely some nuttiness to it. You can smell.
I don't have the best nose, so I'm probably not the right person for this part.
Yeah.
And it is allergy season, so that doesn't help.
That is true. All right, let's just dive into this.
Okay.
Find out if it's good or not. Interesting. It's a lot more carbonation than I thought there'd be.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah. But again, I am more of a stout guy anyway, so I'm used to how smooth those are. I was expecting this to be a little more smooth. Flavor-wise,
Well, I don't hate it.
yeah, it's not bad. It starts out subtle. It almost seems a little sharper in flavor. Like it kind of peaks at like this acidic, sharper flavor. And then it has a lingering aftertaste, but it's really subtle, it seems.
Yeah, I notice right off the bat, it's like as soon as it hits your tongue, it's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mix between, it's almost acidic, but also sweet, but with the carbonation, which I would probably rate about a 3 or 4 out of 10. So it's subtle, but it's still more than I thought. It starts off like that, kind of peaks, and then kind of tapers off into I think that's where I'm even getting any of like the peanut butter flavors at the very end, but it's so subtle that it doesn't even taste like peanut butter to me.
Yeah, it's barely there. I mean, it's there, but like, it's not strong, which I actually kind of appreciate.
Yeah.
The
other one almost tastes like a fucking milkshake.
Yeah, that was such a weird one.
Yeah.
The only thing that's throwing me off, I think, is the carbonation.
Yeah. That's the first thing I even mentioned, and it's because of that. Like,
Yeah,
that was the pretty sure the thing that threw me off.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, most alcoholic drinks, or beers, I should say, specifically, are lightly carbonated. But, yeah, this one's a little sharper than I'm used to. And that's not necessarily a bad thing for, I think, most people, but I tend to, like, even my sodas and stuff like that, like, I don't like them to be too heavy carbonated. I'll let them sit for a moment to kind of mellow a bit. It's not enough to turn me off from it. It's just definitely an observation.
Yeah. One more.
It's heavy, though. Expected. It's a porter.
Yeah. After about the middle of the flavor, it gets kind of musky, but then it kind of, like I said, kind of tapers off. It doesn't have that, like some beers have that like long-lasting aftertaste that can really make or break a beer for me. Mm-hmm. And this does linger, but it's very subtle, and it is, like I said, that's where it seems to be the most nutty in flavor.
For sure.
Before that, like you said, it's almost like really sweet in a non-peanut butter way.
Yeah, it just tastes like sweet beer almost right in the beginning. That goes away pretty quick, but it's like the moment it touches your tongue, which obviously, if it has peanut butter, it's got that sweetness. It's just interesting. That's the first thing you pick up.
Mm-hmm. And it almost, this might sound weird, but almost in the very beginning, because of the carbonation and the sweetness and the acidity that I'm picking up, it almost reminds me of like a not so sweet cola. Almost. Before you get that peanut butter flavor at the end.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Like if you like muted the flavor of like Coca-Cola even further, it almost would taste something similar to that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see where you're going with that.
I might not be nailing it, but I'm picking that up.
Of course, I'm not also really getting the acidity you're getting either, so that is going to obviously vary our taste buds.
Yeah. It's definitely there. I get it on like the side of my tongue. My tongue. I have multiple.
I do enjoy that after the sweetness and the carbonation goes, it does have a really nice porter flavor. But it does kind of go into this weird bitter aftertaste. And I feel like you could get around that by having a snack.
Oh, this would be great with a snack for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's not too... Some beer are like really fucking strong. They don't go with anything.
Yeah.
And like... Not that you have to eat with beer, but definitely fucking helps. But
I
it's
do
something
the
I
same
could
thing with
definitely...
wine, though.
For sure. And there are some wine out there that's really fucking intense.
Oh, yeah.
Flavor-wise.
You need that reset in between drinks.
Yeah, yeah. And because this doesn't have that long lingering flavor, it won't overpower or change too much of the flavor you're getting if you're eating something, as long as it went with this flavor. Mm-hmm. Like, you wouldn't want to sit there and eat like fucking Starburst and fucking drink this.
No, but pretzels
like,
would be great.
Pretzels would be great. Something with peanut butter would be great. Some kind of dessert. Bread. Pretzels are good, but anything like bread wise, a burger possibly would go with this pretty well.
You're going to be very full if you do that.
For sure. Sure. Well, in my old age, anytime I drink anything too dark, I get full pretty fucking quick. So, just how it seems to be going. So, but all in all, I think it's a pleasant surprise for me. It's not necessarily something I'm super in love with, but it's not bad. There's nothing about it I think that's negative, really. Just not really my speed, not really my flavor.
Yeah, I don't think I would seek it out.
Yeah, and that's something I want to ask when it comes to this show. Would you... Let's grade it first before we ask that question. I'm feeling a strong C+ to B-.
I'd probably meet you at a C+ myself.
Yeah, and I feel like really faintly B-. If somebody were to have this and I was at a place like, hey, you want a beer? I would definitely take it. I wouldn't be like, oh, no, I don't really like that shit. Because I think everything about it's positive. There's nothing negative about it.
For sure.
But again, on my own preference, it's not something that I would, kind of like what you were saying, not really would seek it out, but, you know, it's fine. So you say B+ or C+, I'm saying B-. It's a really light B- though. Like I said, it's almost right in between. I would feel almost safe with C+, but I feel like it deserves B- for me just because it is better than I was expecting. Although I did give myself a 65% on liking it.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was better than I was expecting it too.
Which is cool.
The big thing for me, when I think B range is something I'd probably buy, like occasionally even. Like I honestly don't think I would pick it up. Once again, if someone offered it to me, I wouldn't like turn my nose at it or anything like that. Which would be.
Would you recommend it for somebody asking about peanut butter beer?
Out of my two options, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Recommend us good peanut butter beer of any kind, and we'll try it out because we've had the Beaver one. I forgot what it's called, and was not a big fan of that one. No, this one's a lot better. So.
Yeah. So because of that, I don't think I could go B range just because I can't see myself actually spending the money.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad, and so my thought is the very top of the C, because I think there's potential there, and maybe if we had something to snack on, it might bump it to B for me. But as just a plain drink, nah.
It's a good idea. Maybe I should bring on for these shows something to snack with it to see if it pairs well. Yeah, let us know when it comes to well. If you're a beer person, you're like, yeah, that's just way better with pretzels or whatever. Let us know as well. We are open to all those things.
Yeah, this is all new. So
yeah, this is definitely new. We have like 3 other episodes on this channel of taste testing Korean snacks, so it's all kind of up in the air here. So yeah, pretty much kind of answered the question, but would you drink it again? Kind of said you wouldn't seek it out. I pretty much said the same thing. I would not. I don't think I'd go back and buy this because I liked it so much. But if I had the option to drink it, I would drink it again.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Especially, and maybe this is just. Let me know if you guys have a different experience, but at least in our local area.
Washington.
It's pretty much just IPAs everywhere, and so if I'm not feeling that, it's really hard for me to like have a glass, at a bar or something like that of something else. They'll have a couple options, but they're usually really safe ones. So, yeah, it's always, if I saw it on tap, for example, and the rest are IPAs, I would probably go at least a glass or two, just because it would break up the IPAs for me. So.
For sure. I just realized that sweetness that I'm tasting, that's the caramel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It says caramel and chocolate. and peanut butter. So
Yep.
yeah, because we both said sweet, and I'm like, well, sweet what?
Yeah.
Caramel. That's what that is. And I think that's where I'm getting that acidic flavor.
In fact, now that you've said it, my nose opened up a little bit. As soon as I smelt and took a drink, it was caramel for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I took a drink and I was like, is that vanilla? I was like, what did it say?
Mm-hmm. No, it's caramel.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the chocolate though. That's kind of bumming me.
I don't taste chocolate either.
I don't either. Not at all.
Can't talk correctly. Just check. But yeah, peanut butter at the end, caramel in the very beginning for sure. All around, not so bad. I give it a B minus. You have a C plus. Let us know in the comments. Have you tried Nut Crusher Peanut Butter Porter by Wild Ride Brew? If you have, did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you grade it? If you've tried other porters that you would recommend, let us know. If you've tried other peanut butter beers, please let us know. I would love to dabble further in that. And if there's a beer that you would recommend us try on this channel, let me know. I am literally going to go back and try beers I've had my whole life, from fucking pretty much everything to ones I've never had before. So I'm open to everything, willing to grade them all. And yeah, if you have one you want to hear what I have to say on it, let me know in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more episodes later on. Until the next one, take it easy, guys.